And we're on the air. So
Hi.
we're not going to do, Dave's not here, so we're not going to do a funny cold opening. We're not going to do a dad joke. I'm just going to pose a question. My son started watching Frosty the Snowman, the old 60s animated one. And please tell me how every character in that thing, from start to finish, gets away with theft. The stupid fucking hat belonged to the magician. It was his hat. And even Santa at the end is a dick and is like, fuck you, you can't have the hat. You're not getting anything for Christmas. How can they get away with that? What are we teaching kids these days? I am outraged.
I haven't watched that in forever, but that used to piss me off when I was a kid.
I am beyond outraged.
Baby, It's Cold Outside is a rape anthem, and now Frosty the Snowman is teaching our kids to steal. You're just ruining Christmas.
Yes, and he doesn't wear pants as well. That was on Facebook. I can't take credit for it.
Rudolph is bullying.
That's true.
Santa knew about it, but he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he just didn't intervene. He figured that the strong would survive and rise to the top, and the rest would just be dwindle away. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Figure Action, a collector's podcast. It's Thursday night. You see here that it's just the three of us. Reduced, we're operating at a short staff this week. And speaking of short staffs, hey, Joe.
Oh, come on. So I guess is that your how are you doing, Joe?
Yep.
Well, you ever watch the old 80s action movies and the hero goes through a montage of training, they hit the gym, they lift like really heavy logs, and they get all pumped up with full of energy and they go defeat the bad guy?
So far you're describing Rocky IV.
Yeah. Well, that's not how I feel. I did all that stuff. I hit the gym really hard this week. I did a lot of training, but I feel like near death right now.
What about the log part?
Lifted lots of logs.
We need a montage.
Actually, just one.
T-Man 978, how are you this evening?
I'm spectacular. My job.
He has a job.
That was T-Man 978. All right, look, this is going to be one of those. This is going to be one of those commercials like you see like late at night with the sad music playing. Friends, subscribers, please give from the heart and give T-Man a better internet connection for the holidays.
Oh no!
It was your big moment, and you just couldn't deliver. Let's start this again. T-Man 978, how are you this evening?
So you know what that reminded me of?
Please no.
Every
time that happens, I can still hear y'all. Everything's going on like normal, but y'all can't hear me or see me.
So you just enter your own little realm of space time.
Yeah, it gives me no warning that y'all can't hear me, so I'm just sitting here looking stupid, talking to myself.
Well, tell us about your job.
Oh, what happened at my job was they had a holiday party, and I get there, and do you ever see that Dave Chappelle episode where he's at like the rich white party and they have all the expensive cheeses? That's all they had. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Wait, they promised you food, and it was just expensive cheeses and the like?
Yeah, cheeses, grapes, and it was like salami or some mess. I'm like, ugh. And they said that we were going to get like meatballs and some other stuff and chicken. And I'm like, well, why didn't you lead with that? They did have salad. I forced myself to eat salad.
Isn't that the one thing that can kill you, though? Maybe that was a few weeks ago. Maybe they moved on from that.
I think we're good now. I think we got good salad now.
Hopefully.
I gotta say, I saw your little video of the spread, and I thought it looked wonderful.
It wasn't for my demographic.
You didn't bag any of that up and bring it home?
Hell no. I probably wouldn't have made it home if I ate any of that.
So T, while we're on the subject of you, and making it home
Mhm.
safely and here with us this evening. What'd you get this week?
Well, I'm sitting here playing with Barricade, movie masterpiece Barricade. I got him.
At a reasonable
He was-
price.
Yes, he was like $45, and this is definitely worth $45. So if you see it for $50, $45, definitely get it. It only had, well, I'll do the review where I can really talk about stuff. But the only thing that is like a flaw to me, these are supposed to come out like this, but this one keeps flopping down.
Ooh.
That's
Is that like is that just like a little round disc piece that pops in?
I'm going to
gonna
say
go
it
with
is.
that.
I'm going to
It
say
is.
it is. In fact, here, let me
Maybe
bring up this.
fixable.
Let me just bring up the still. Oh, the picture faded. Okay. Anyway, we'll get
So it
back
may
to
not
him.
be as easy of a fix as a ball joint. But no one asked how you're doing, Matt. How are you doing tonight?
Me, I mean, I'm freaking wonderful. I think every week I was like, oh, I'm so tired, but it's true. It's true every week. It never actually changes. So
Yeah. This morning I got up and I was like, today's gonna be the day where I have a lot of energy. I'm gonna be up at 9 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna have a good outlook and just be filled with energy. And no, this stuff doesn't happen. Reality set in really quick.
but you made it tonight, and so did everyone else that's joined.
I think I got tired around like 10:30.
That's reasonable. That's respectable. I mean, we're not spring chickens anymore. We got to get to bed at a certain point, you know. But Joe, what did you get this week?
I've got in my hands right now. I've got my Super Saiyan Go Tanks, SH Figure Arts Go Tanks, and I, like you pointed out, it seems to be everyone has an issue with a poorly painted chest. So I'm not sure if he's just in need of a spray tan or what. And his face wants to pop off very easily, but that's okay. It's fixable. I also have my Black Friday order from Xavier came in this week, and one of the items is this. It's a Tamashii Nations. It's not a Monster Arts. It's a Tamashii mix. Soul Chogokin-esque Mecha Godzilla that has like 3 modes. It's got the battle tank mode and everything with it, and all combines into the Mecha Godzilla, which is super finicky but really awesome. And I got
That looks cool.
I got my $4 Amazon add-on Super Saiyan Kaba, Dragon Stars Kaba.
Is it everything you
Not
thought
a bad,
it would be?
yeah, not a bad little dude for $4. I wouldn't pay 20. If only everything was $4.
True.
I mean, that's all I charge. Let's pick up where T-Man left off.
Is that all for you, Joe?
That is everything I got.
T-Man, what else did you get?
If I don't disappear.
If you don't disappear.
They're on like a pin, and it's one's loose, one's not. I got
to finish out that story.
I got SH Figure Arts Street Fighter Rashid. I don't think I had him last week.
I don't think you did.
He's cool. I like him. I got Timmy and Tommy amiibos for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I also got. And if that's not it, that's all I'm going to talk about because that's all I remember. I get too much stuff.
That's fair enough. Let me see. It was a lighter week for me, but it's Christmas time, and I'm okay with that because that means less littles. I also got the Timmy and Tommy amiibo for Smash Brothers, and I got Smash Brothers. And if people are wondering why the hell we're getting this one random amiibo for Smash Brothers, it's because this is the one amiibo apparently that unlocks a secret shop in Smash Brothers where you can buy spirits. So I saw one of the videos on YouTube tip me off saying, "Hey, we got an early copy. We noticed that these guys do this thing that no other amiibo does." And right now or at the time they were $4 and change on Amazon, and they're figured once the word got out that they were special, the price would jump up. So for $4, I said, "What the hell?" and got them. And I can confirm they do unlock a shop. I haven't messed with it though yet because I've been too busy smashing. And then just today, my order from Ami Ami came in, and it is this young lady here. This is the amazing Yamaguchi Psylocke. I've heard before. I've never had an amazing Yamaguchi figure before. I know the joints can be a nightmare, and I'm here to tell you, after messing with her for about 20 minutes, the joints are a nightmare. But they're not that bad. Like it's got a learning curve. It definitely has a learning curve.
Yes.
She is gorgeous. The joints work well. The accessories are painted. She's fantastic. I'm happy with her. I just got to learn. I got to learn how to move her. That's really what it comes down to.
I think I like her solid hair better.
They're what? Huh?
Her solid hair.
Oh, yeah. So she's pretty cool. The 20-second story with this is that she was shipped registered mail. So if y'all don't know, registered mail requires a signature from the postal service. And when the mail gets delivered at my house, there's never, unless it's a weekend, there's never ever going to be anybody home to sign for it. And because I'm an impatient, privileged collector as I am, I need it the day it's supposed to come. So I can't wait until the next day and pick it up from the post office. So pro tip, I went online and downloaded, I found someone had scanned their signature note that they leave on your door. Someone had scanned it. So I printed it up on my printer. I wrote in all the information and put it on the door, and it worked. They took it and left her.
That's awesome.
So if anybody lives in an area where you trust leaving a package at your door, that might work for you. But
you need to post that on in the like page.
I can do that if I remember.
Or in some group, because that's a good tip.
I got a good tip. Anyway, that's all I got that I care to talk about, or that I can remember.
Cool.
Let's take a look here.
I'm looking at the chat here, and Demarcation Media says, "Is the giveaway winner going to be announced at the end?" And Adrian Delgado says, "How about that giveaway?" So, what do you say, guys? Are we going to make them wait to the end, like evil bastards that we are, or
make them wait since they're bugging us about it?
Well, I'll tell you this: we'll wait to the end of the show, but we'll also say that this might be a shorter show because we're short on cast members this evening. So take solace that you do have to listen to the entire show, but we'll try to make it entertaining because that's why the hell we're here in the first place. Let's see. Let's go through some of the topics we wanted to talk about. The Walmart reissue, the fan vote. I can honestly say there's not one in here that I'm interested in.
Who won? Did Astro Train win?
Right now it's Astro Train versus, I want to say, Thundercracker. I'm going to be wrong.
Wait.
Can you see
at least two figures, not just one?
I'll tell you what. Let me look it up real quick because I'm going to be wrong about it either way. But yeah, so
you're probably right.
See the results.
Or you're probably right because it said
you guys are so good at waiting till the other person talks and then talking all at once. Like we're experts at that. Was it your news story you posted on here, T?
What you talking about, Willis?
Go ahead and talk about it then.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I posted that.
We're going to say you did.
Yeah. I think you're probably right because they did say round one was Astro Train versus Perceptor, and round two. So they might. I think if Astro Train won round one, we know it's going to be Astro Train.
Yeah.
Who cares about Skywarp and Thundercracker? Starscream wasn't really all that.
Are they
final round?
Tracking? Are you tracking the results in the voting? Can you see the status of it and see who's winning, or is it just, hey, we're going to announce the winner?
On Instagram,
if you vote
in our story. It says vote in our story. So do that.
Yeah. If you voted on Instagram, you would see the results as soon as you vote. And I saw Astro Train was winning the other day.
Yeah, right now it's Astro Train versus Skywarp, and we all know Astro Train is going to win. And we all know Skywarp and Thundercracker are coming because they're easy repaints. So
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was going to say, no matter what people vote, they could just say, "Oh, Thundercracker won."
I don't even know why they even put them in there.
And where's my Grimlock? Why didn't they choose Grimlock? That's who I want. I want Grimlock.
He might be like, we're voting on these characters, but Grimlock might be a no-brainer. They might just be releasing him anyway.
I think they should. I think you ought to tell him.
I will. We need Grimlock. They gave us Hot Rod, and he's rotting on the shelf right now.
In fact, he's $13 right now online. 13.
I need to get to Walmart.
You can do in-store pickup. You can go online and do in-store pickup, and they'll reserve it for you.
Oh,
How does $13?
Oh, yeah. With that, do you avoid the shipping price?
Yes.
That's cool.
Don't take my word for it, but I think so. I think that's the point.
That's the only reason why I didn't order him earlier, because I was like, you got to spend $35 to get them cheaper.
Yeah, if you do in-store pickup, they shouldn't charge you for that. But anywho, I think I only ever saw Starscream and Hot Rod in the stores, but I never saw the mini bots, and I guess they're hitting now again. I saw pictures on PFW of the shippers.
The funny thing about that is, somebody from Canada reached out to me and he bought Bumblebee for me, so I should have that like in the next couple of days.
That's nice.
And now they're showing up in Walmart. So I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, like you said, just wait till somebody offers to send it to you, and you'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't that happen?
I still haven't seen the Thing in Walgreens, but I haven't been in Walgreens. I just was like, now that I have the Thing, I don't need to go to Walgreens anymore.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you about, because I knew someone was sending you the Thing.
Like, get out of my face. Y'all took too long.
So that's exciting. Go vote if you want to vote, or just wait and let the inevitable winner win and go buy it, or not.
Yes, T-Man for president. I'm already the president of Chill Reviews.
And is your first lady the RC with the boob extensions enhancement?
Yes.
Oh, that's another thing.
Somebody gives me that for Christmas, sure.
That just posted on eBay for like $35.
Yeah, $35.
Yeah, it's
what a
I would
deal.
review it.
What a boob.
Demonetized.
But no, I'll actually award 100 figure action points to anybody that can simultaneously bitch about MP44's price and RC boobs all at the same time. But anyway, let's move on.
Speaking of MP44, are we going to talk about that again for an hour?
I actually thought we would do a B-side for like 4 hours.
Okay.
And put aside for just talking and talking and talking about it.
Half the viewers just jump.
Yeah.
What was the new content on that? Oh, we did see Carly, and the humans have abdominal, what do we call it?
Diaphragm.
Are you just like?
Yeah.
They had looked like they had shoulder joints to go up and to the side. A lot better than the 5.5 POA that the other ones were.
But they still don't have faces.
No faces. We saw the transformation. That's what it was. They had stills of the transformation.
Oh yeah.
Where sides of the truck just like fold up into the calves of the legs and disappear.
That is amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, I was happy with that. It's something different.
I would have never thought about that. Actually, that happens with the Siege Optimus. Part of the front goes into the legs.
Not quite as much, but the silver parts, yeah.
And then the rest of it goes on his arms.
I was going to get him out and show it, but he's at work right now, so I can't do that.
No.
I know.
Stop leaving shit at work.
But he'll be there tomorrow for my enjoyment.
I left Bulma at work with my spider funk.
I can't take nice things to work.
What about your forklift bot?
He's there. I don't care if he gets messed up.
No.
Okay.
Too many mechanics with greasy hands will come by and pick things up. And
so, for anybody that doesn't know, Joe works in a themed strip club. And
This is true.
yeah, very themed, very specific tastes. So got that mechanics fantasy.
What's your stripper name, Joe?
I'll let you think of one. You know I can't think of one. I'm not clever.
But Baldy McBeard face the strip. No. Anywho,
Joe Finger.
That's awful. We had breaking news from the friend. I'm going to call him friend of the show. He may not acknowledge us that way, but he was nice enough to do an interview. Friend of the show, John Bailey, confirmed. This is mild spoilers for Bumblebee, so if you didn't want to hear it, sorry about you. Confirms that he is the voice of both Soundwave and Shockwave in the new Bumblebee movie, which is big times. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
So they should be fairly accurate, I hope.
We can hope. And I can't imagine. I mean, I hope he gets lots of lines, but I can't imagine he does. I can't imagine they say too much.
I don't think so either.
So if any new viewers are watching and they don't know, we had John Bailey on. And at one point in our interview, John mentioned that Travis, is it Travis Knight? Is that
Travis Knight?
Yeah, Travis Knight.
Travis Knight did the movie well. He was great to work. He said he can't say exactly why, but he was great to work with. You'll find out why. So he pretty much kind of said he's involved, and we were all kind of wondering if he was really going to be involved with Prime's voice or somehow. But then we had Peter Cullen come and do some trailers, and then everybody was confused, and maybe John wasn't in there, and so it was kind of cool to see this news that he's doing both Shockwave and Soundwave.
It was confusing because there were
the first
clips
trailer
where Optimus Prime definitely had John Bailey's voice.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
and that confused us all.
It would be neat to get the backstory on that, because I'm wondering if maybe he was originally gonna do Prime and did the trailer, and then they were able to get Peter Cullen in, and then maybe they didn't want to say, "Well, John, sorry about your luck," which I guess they could have done. Yeah. And maybe they kept working for their two.
I'll take a price cut. That's what Peter Cullen said. Yeah, just give me some money.
Was it Peter Cullen? Was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. We were very, very pleased to see that.
If anybody saw the screening, don't spoil it in the comments.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Don't put spoilers in there. We are all the local DMV figure action guys are actually going to get together and see the movie the Saturday after it opens. So we'll have some thoughts, I'm sure. Because you guys can't come up with your own thoughts. You need us to give you thoughts.
How are we going to stay off the internet for a whole week?
I just plan. Porn sites usually don't have movie spoilers. Sometimes they do, So that's my plan of attack. We'll go with that.
Where's Extra Zero? Sportimus says.
He is working. He's being diligent and earning the big bucks so we can buy the things. All of the things.
Yes.
He's got to fill that new house.
He only has 2 more things left.
What, to buy? And he has all the things?
Yes.
Is one of them like the RC boobs?
Yes.
He would, for anybody listening, he will take that as he says a gag gift, but he seemed excited about it. So and he says he's not here to defend himself. I'm going to say he was super excited about it.
If I review it, I'm going to definitely poke it with a screwdriver.
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah. There was that. Okay. Moving right along, SH Figure Arts produces action figures. Did you guys know that? They also produce action figures for this little franchise called Dragon Ball, who's got a new movie coming out in January, which I'm sure some of us at least are going to go see. Joe and I. But they released images for their Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which the pictures that were just released shows that he does in fact come with the Super Saiyan God red hair. and red eyebrows and all that, which I think is pretty cool considering that Gotenks she got there only had the Super Saiyan hair. I'm still fucking salty about that they couldn't even
I'm
powered down head
super,
or Super Saiyan 3 head or come on, man.
Didn't I tell you that you should have kept the Gotenks on order and then passed on? What was the other one you were talking about? I can't remember. But anyway, I
Super
said
Trunks.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Well, no, I canceled Gotenks. I still have Trunks on pre.
You were right. So you were right not to listen to me because I was wrong. Because I am very salty about this Gotenks. But you know what? I can
look behind you. How can you be wrong? You have like all of them.
That doesn't mean I have good advice.
That's true.
Like I'm trying to get you to buy extra Gokus because I got 12 and you only have like 1 or 2. So
yeah, he's like, go ahead. He's like, hey man, buy that Goku you see there in Barnes and Noble. I'm like, why do I need another one? He goes, I don't know. So, shut up.
So that was the reason why I was originally going to pass on this Vegeta because I got that demonical hit and I've got a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta on the. I have an extra Super Vegeta 2.0. So I put that head on that. So I pretty much have that covered. But then with these new images that came out, I prefer that darker scheme, and it's got the Super Saiyan God, the red haired version. So yes, I will buy a $60 action figure just for the one head. Pretty much.
Let me ask you this: does it bother you that the body is not slender because Super Saiyan God power up tends to make Goku very thin and spindly?
Yeah, but what are they going to do then? Because then it's committed to just that picture.
Sure. And we're not sure. We're not seeing the movie yet. We don't know. Maybe Vegeta doesn't get all like thin and odd looking when he goes Super Saiyan God. And what's the big deal? I mean, we haven't seen it yet, obviously, but what's the big deal with him going Super Saiyan God? Because he skipped that with the Frieza resurrection.
He didn't. It was kind of like an off. He did it in the manga.
Okay.
They covered it in the manga, but I don't think they ever covered it. Is what if he had to go through that whole ritual thing? I don't know if he did.
With the 5 Saiyans.
It's Vegeta, man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, and you're gonna like.
That's why I'm saying, why is the movie making such a big deal about the fact that he's gone red when he should have, in theory, already been Super Saiyan God? I mean, maybe it's called marketing, and to sell action figures.
Yeah. And this movie it might as well be called Dragon Ball Super Broly Fan Service the movie because it is gonna cover. If you have any, like, if I want to see this, I want to see that, they're going to do it. It's all going to be in there.
Yeah, well, I got no problem with that.
And I do know things. I know people
that know things. Those people, yeah.
Yes, and I know those things. So it's a little bit spoiled for me, but there's a lot of stuff in there that obviously we know we're getting to Gogeta. There's a reason why we're getting to Gogeta, so.
Well, yeah, and they couldn't keep that back. They had to spoil that one.
They spoiled it a little too much.
I would have liked to have just seen it in the movie. So for all of those major Hollywood types that are watching right now, don't give us too much of the trailers because we don't like that. I mean, we bitch and say that we like that, but we don't like that.
Yep.
So
I'm the one that will say I don't need any trailers, but then as soon as the trailers come out, I watch them like 50 times in a row until I memorize the whole thing.
Speaking of trailers, the Avengers trailer came out for Endgame. I don't know if we really want to talk about that because I'm sure it's been talked about ad nauseum, but I liked it. I thought it showed just enough, and I hope that's the last trailer they come out with before the movie, but I know it will be.
We'll get 2 or 3 more. Yeah.
I think it was just enough information. If you're already excited, you've already got everybody's going to fucking go to it, so nobody should be on the fence.
Yeah.
Do we want to go see the second part of this epic movie? And, yes, you're going.
What do you think, T-Man?
He just left to get in line. He's so excited.
He did. Yeah. He said, that trailer's out. Crap, I got to go watch it.
That
one was that was kind of a downer, emotional kind of thing. So they'll do a couple more trailers and they'll be probably more upbeat and they'll show some comedy stuff because the comedy's going to be in there.
But so that's that. I don't think we're good. You got anything to add about the Avengers trailer, T?
I liked it. and it was just enough, like you said. And Extra Zero said he has, when we were talking about the boobs, he said he has real boobs, but I think he's too hard on himself.
Hey, look, man, a couple more sessions at the gym and you'll be all better. You just gotta work on those pecs, man. That's all.
But if that was the only trailer that they show, I'll be good with that, because that's all they need to show. Just give me the movie, darn it.
It sets the tone, saves its surprises.
The next trailer is going to have everything and all the heroes, and people that's dead are going to be up there fighting, and you're going to be wondering, what the heck?
While we're on the subject of trailers, let's skip to that Brightburn trailer that dropped.
Okay.
So if anyone has not seen the trailer for Brightburn, go watch it. It is a blatant Superman backstory. It's literally Ma and Pa Kent wish we could have a baby. Here comes a meteor or whatever crashing in the woods. Baby out of the pod. It's the whole backstory, but it's what if Superman was an evil, possessed demon child and goes on a murderous rampage.
Yeah,
which is an awesome premise. But I just wonder,
evil. Or you could say that it was what if he was like Goku fulfilling his destiny to take over the Earth?
Yeah, maybe. Yep.
But with Superman's powers.
Yep. So I think it's going to be a pretty good movie. It definitely looks interesting. I usually don't go to the horror movie. I'm just not like a horror fan, but something like that does look pretty interesting. And actually, it's something that kind of makes me think: would DC and some of these other properties, would they be better off making movies that are like kind of like one-off, kind of,
I think they would.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, because what I thought about with that was Superman Red Son, which is the same concept. What if Superman landed in Russia and was raised by the Soviet Union instead of landing in America? What would he have turned out like? Movies like that, I'd go watch. I think they'd be more entertaining than some of DC's not really doing all too well, so they probably should try something new.
What they should have done is what Marvel did: make standalone movies with like hints of other movies in it. And then once they got, like, instead of doing Justice League or Batman v Superman, have standalone movies. And then right about now, they could have been coming together for Justice League. Or right after Aquaman, they could have been coming together for Justice League.
Yep.
That would have been a smart way.
The Aquaman movie looks like it's going to be pretty good. For the trailers that I've seen from it and what I've heard, it's probably going to be one of the better movies that they've done. But I think it's kind of a little too late. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back and do a Justice League again, especially since now they're saying
they're losing people.
Yeah, they're losing Cavill and Affleck. They've already pretty much known he's not coming back, and now Cavill's not coming back. Unless they're going to recast.
And they could. I mean, I don't know. Like, Cavill was okay. He was fine as Superman, but if they recasted him, I wouldn't shed too many tears. No.
Yeah, I mean, he was a good Superman, but yeah, you could. That's somebody that could not Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. But I mean, and then the whole Ben Affleck thing, where everybody hated the idea, and then I think he was one of the better Batmans, and then I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of wish that movie was just Batman, because the Batman parts were awesome. It felt like
he did a good job.
Arkham come to life.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? Who would have thought? But this trailer, I mean, I don't know. I would go see it. It looks interesting. It's certainly. I watched it a few minutes before we started the show, and I did not see any of that coming. So, because at first, like you said, at first I thought this was like some kind of Superman. I'm like, is there a Superman movie coming out that I was not aware of? And
yeah, that's what I. It looked definitely. I was like, wait, are they just throwing the reboot on this and not talking about it?
Pretty much.
It's kind of like what they were going to be doing with those. I forget the name of the characters, but they're in the X-Men universe. But it's going to be like a horror movie.
The New Mutants.
Did they cancel that? Right?
I thought they did, but I thought it might just be moved. I don't know. If anybody knows in the chat, chime in. But
it might not be canceled since Dark Phoenix is still coming out.
Right.
Apparently.
But that's what I was going to point out too, is that they were embracing the horror aspect, and I thought that would be an interesting take. It's not the same superhero spiel that we always get.
Yeah,
which works. I mean, 9 out of 10
I haven't
times.
heard anything. I think that one kind of dropped off the face of the earth. I don't know if they're still doing that or not.
Yeah,
Hope they do. Hope they do. Anything
Dark
else
Phoenix
to say about this trailer?
No,
I'm good.
Let's move back to Transformers.
Yeah, the Iron Factory. They're finally moving on these DJD guys. I was in on this set. I might still be, but I might have to wait for a reasonable discount. But I do plan on picking them up at some point. Man, they look good.
Yeah. I've been waiting for the pictures of the combined mode, and I actually been worried that maybe they ditched the whole idea of having them combined, because they kept showing prototypes, and then we got color images, and it's like, okay, well, are they still going to combine? Are they still going to combine? And then finally they get these pictures. The colors, yeah, they kind of clash all over the place, but I think it looks really cool.
Sure, but you have
who wouldn't love having a giant Tarn combiner?
Tarnation. Awesome idea. They're calling it Tarnation. Yeah. It's not official. The Iron Factory. But
it is
Tarnation. They should, though. They absolutely should.
Yeah.
Tarnation. Awakens.
But yeah, the team wasn't meant to combine. Their colors didn't have to mesh. And then anybody that knows about the DJD is they didn't always have the same members. So it's not like they color coordinated beforehand and decided on outfits when they were made from Sparks or whatever. So I don't know. It looks
like the Wreckers.
Exactly. And someone's going to lambaste. I can't remember. I know Helix and Tesseraris, what the big brownish dude. It looks like he basically breaks apart and becomes different aspects of the character, like the shoulders and I guess I was going to share a picture of it.
There's some parts forming involved.
I think it's a good thing.
His favorite type.
And I know T thinks of me every time he says that in one of his reviews.
Yes.
I'm all right with that. I mean, it looks good for the part, so why not? But each individual robot looks really, really good too. So much so that I think if you got these guys for them to never have them combine, you'd probably be just as happy with it. That's kind of icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They look good. We saw them live we saw them in person at the TFCon. They look good there. So Iron Factory, though, you got it. Iron Factory's got their own little thing going. You have to kind of be used to their aesthetic. They're not quite E1. They're not quite like Cybertronian. They're somewhere in between, but they look good.
Did y'all see the YouTube Rewind?
No, what is this YouTube Rewind?
Every year for the past like 5 or 6 years, YouTube will have a video showcasing all the popular things that happen on YouTube. But this year, they started off with Will Smith because Will Smith started a channel and he blew up. And then they were kind of trying to get away from what they were doing before, where they had like hundreds of creators in one video, like flashing really quick. You have to like not blink to be able to notice some of the people you watch. But this year they kind of slowed it down and they added all of that that social stuff in there, like trying to get more Indian or what is it called? Like
more ethnic diversity? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, that and and all the other political stuff. And it slowed down and got boring. And right now, it's the most disliked video on YouTube in history.
Wow.
It has like 10 million dislikes.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, if there's no T-Man section in that video, then it didn't accurately the gear of YouTube.
They don't have any toy people. I was shocked when they started having Let's Players.
That's being a big
Archie.
Let's
You know what though? You are in Ralph Breaks the Internet. When I went and saw that, there was a section of the where they're going through and you see like when they're in the internet, you see all these different websites and you see like YouTube and you see all these different things. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if T-Man's in here. And I'm like, nah, he's not in here. And then all of a sudden, the next thing there's like a bunch of nerdy characters like at a convention, and they're all going to ask their question to like the whatever actors or whatever on the stage. And it was T-Man in Ralph Breaks the Internet, the little internet avatar forms that they use. You have to watch that movie because
I'm right next to
need to go after some royalty checks.
I'm right next to Funny or Die. Did I send y'all that video clip?
You send a lot of video clips. I'm not sure.
that one clip.
They were interviewing the directors or creators of Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh yeah.
Funny or Die. It was like, so it's confirmed. Funny or Die is in the movie. And the dude was like, no, he's not in the movie. They're not in the movie.
Crazy. I have not yet seen Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I haven't either. I'm horrible. And they got my favorite people in there. The Disney princesses.
It was good. I liked it.
So let's skip. I actually want to get to talking about this. Have you guys seen any videos or any feedback on the Mezco Popeye?
Yes. There are some reviews out, and there are a lot of people are getting them in hand this week. Mine's on the way. I probably won't have it till Monday or Tuesday of next week, though.
So you'll have it to talk about in the next show or one of the next shows.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of my highly anticipated figures of the year.
I thought it was an interesting concept of what they were doing, but I really didn't give two shits about it. But then I did watch, I think it was Fuchs's review, and man, that thing is amazing. Like, I couldn't believe how much I liked it when I watched the review, the different. It did such a good job on it. Like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of creepy looking, but you knew that getting into it. So.
It's like the real life Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's true.
I definitely hear about that Popeye all day, and the other group chats, they're way more fanatical about it than.
Oh yeah.
Than you guys.
What are they saying about it?
Well, definitely George, Plastic Addict. He's just in freaking love with it, and everybody's waiting for theirs to show up.
Got it.
Does Plastic Addict have his in hand? He's in the chat.
I don't think so.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't think he has it.
True Star Screamer.
I was right though, right? It was Mezco. It was Mezco.
In a tie.
Yeah. And a daughter.
Sorry.
Hi, Kira.
What's up, gentlemen?
I was just telling you you were spending all that time to get dressed up for the episode, but you didn't really need to do that.
Well, I wanted to give my best for you. I mean, since we're short some charisma tonight, I had to make it up.
I mean, you've been 45 minutes tying that tie, looking at the time.
I wanted it just right. Wait, hi, Kira.
Can she see us?
She can see you.
Yeah.
That's Joe. That's T-Man. That's Matt. So where are we at?
So we'll catch you up. How was your week and what did you get?
week was actually very good, very productive, professionally. As for what I got, was able to hit one of my local stores this week and picked up another Hydra Trooper loose from Marvel Legends, and then I got a classic vintage style Scarlet Spider, which made me very happy. And then today, I got from one of my local guys and completely ruined, the holiday season. I got my Street Fighter Sakura.
Did you know she had a twin sister?
She does.
She has a twin
knew
sister.
that.
Yeah. They wear the exact same clothes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think they come in the exact same box.
Yeah.
And their mother named the same thing.
Just think of the photography potential.
That's true.
Almost,
but he may be thinking the same things we do.
Almost as good as if I had a Fans Toys Rouge and some add-on kits.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
We can't now with Kira here.
Oh, I got headphones on.
Where did you pick up the little one though, and what's the articulation like?
Well, as you can see, she's got single jointed elbows, fully articulated fingers, and the head, it just twists like
Whoa!
And it got dark real quick.
Yeah, it pops
I
off
love you. Good night.
Zack Snyder.
I also got my Amazon shipment with 3 Red Skulls, Movieverse Red Skulls, which so I can troop build those guys into Hydra Troopers. And I got Blowpipe. So with the exception of Optimus Prime and Megatron, my Wave 1 Siege is complete.
Sweet.
I need to pick that up just for the effect.
Almost.
Blowpipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blowpipe has probably one of the best effect parts I've seen, but yeah, I am the first to, I'm the first to cuss out the Studio series, but Siege, I'm all hook, line, and sinker for.
Yeah, that's what I was telling George earlier. I like Siege is just so much better. Especially they don't have any ball joints or nothing like that, or flimsy parts.
I mean, I know I've told it to you guys, but like I picked up Jazz last week, and this arm is just intolerable for me, where I can just flop it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Flow polish.
I don't know if floor polish will work on the wheel because it's on the wheel, that wheel joint.
Oh.
As I said,
the whole body of floor polish.
And as far as the week goes, I had a very cool experience actually today, where I was out at my local vintage store. I got to run into somebody wearing an ACBA shirt. I don't want to mention his name, not because I'm not sure if he just wants to be called out or anything. And it was just fun hearing him say, "Oh yeah, listen to you guys' podcast. You're actually pretty good." So
he's right.
Shout out to him. He knows who he is, and he's still one of the best diorama makers in the biz.
Oh, Dave, somebody made one of your jokes in the comments. They said it sounds like a wheel problem.
Wheelie.
All right, 37 figure action points to that person.
So what was the?
That was Fortimus, by the way.
There you go.
What was the verdict, Dave? Stephen Brent says he looks like you just got back from your parole hearing. So, do you have good news?
Well, it was in D.C., and it turned out there was no collusion between me and the knockoff company, and never mind.
But you've been saying it the whole time. We know.
And I've been trying to replicate that picture I saw of taking Cog and combining him with flywheels or Skytread. It is just not working.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he did that.
Neither do I, but it looks really cool, and I wish I could do it because that would have just made that set the 100 pure win.
Shout out to Eyes Covered.
Now it's just 95 pure win. So
does that do it for you, Dave?
That pretty much does it. Rumor has it I might be getting one more box this week, but I'll be talking about that next week.
Stay tuned.
So I'll just sit here and play with my Sakura.
I have on here in the notes, I don't know, I have nothing to say about it, but you all seem pretty excited about the Siege Greenlight that they just posted.
What'd I miss? What's Greenlight?
She's a repaint of Moonracer, and she's still a Power to Primes figure. She comes with a repaint of, what is his name? Lionizer. So she comes with Lionizer. She has new parts on her arms. She has a new head, of course. Comes with Lionizer, a different effect, like it looks like fire. And she still comes with a Power to Primes, the hand thing.
So it's like one of the fire star, like the Nova Star, Star.
Yeah, with new arms and new head, and of course a new color scheme.
If they make a fourth one of these, then I'm going to have to get Alita 1 then.
Yeah, which they probably will do. School's not out yet,
For those of you who are not watching this, let's just say children can be very interesting. Should just say figure action rules.
Figure action rules.
Thank you.
We did get some pictures of Studio Series World War II Bumblebee. We got some updated pictures of Sideswipe.
Sideswipe I may get. I've been saying how much I don't like Studio Series, and they tempt me with things like that.
Yeah, I just like most of the Bayverse stuff, but I think I might get Sideswipe because I always did like that one.
I want the Barricade because it surprises me that it looks a ton like this. But it might have better joints. We'll have to see.
I'm looking forward to that Megatron. You know what though? I'm gonna get that Megatron, but part of me is just thinking I can't wait to see what Wei Zhang's gonna do with that because yeah.
That blackout looks gorgeous that they have.
That blackout looks amazing. I just wish they actually weren't doing them oversized. I'd rather them do them kind of 1-to-1 because I'm running out of real estate over here, guys. I can't keep getting these oversized figures. I don't got room to play them.
Well, you could buy the official one and then buy Wei Zhang. Like a couple years from now, the official one will be actually probably worth the same amount or more.
Yeah, I'll think of the official one, and then if the Wei Zhang does it, and if I can get it for a decent price, I'll probably get that too.
I mean, that's Starscream. I've watched the T-Man review like 3 times, and it's like it just tempts me every time.
You still haven't gotten it?
The Wei Zhang? No.
Oh, I was thinking about the official one.
Oh, I have the Studio Series one, but the Wei Zhang one is just that much better.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you watch the T-Man review 3 times, which I recommend everybody to watch every T-Man review 3 times.
Click, click, click.
And push thumbs up.
Sponsored by T-Man 978 Children.
Sorta tonight.
But
how long are we gonna drag it out?
Well, we got a couple more,
or at least till 10 o'clock.
We got some stuff to talk about still. I threw
Bumblebee reviews are good.
What's that?
Initial Bumblebee reviews are good.
Yes, they are.
He means the movie.
Yes, I mean the movie.
I didn't know how much anybody wanted to know about the Rotten Tomato percentages or any of that, so I haven't said anything.
I don't want to know.
Okay, that's why I haven't said anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
But yeah,
I'm still gonna watch it.
Well, yeah, we've already bought tickets, so you're kind of roped in.
Oh yeah.
At this point, there's nothing more you can do. You just need to show up.
Just bring the face print out and pretend I'm there with you.
I think we're going to do that. We just don't want to get charged for the extra seat.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to keep you I think Jordan will have to keep it low, put your face down in his lap maybe. Keep you hidden.
How did you know how I got on the show?
Well, you hear stories, rumors. It's a small community. Rumors get around.
And now they're really going to get around.
It is a fact he made 2 of those, but we've only seen 1.
Well, the other one looks weird with the mouth cut out.
Yeah, what do you think he's doing with the
You don't think he has his girl wear it, do you?
Oh, no.
I do now.
And we're not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, what if you found out that was real? Would you be flattered or creeped out?
There is a wrong answer, by the way.
Yes.
So what's that? The Trevor Belmont statue? Yeah. Okay. So I put this in the show notes because I really like the Castlevania series.
What is a Trevor Belmont? Tell me what that is.
Does anybody here watch Castlevania on Netflix?
I watched the first one. I still watched the second season. Okay.
I highly recommend anybody that hasn't seen it yet, go watch the Castlevania on Netflix. It's very well done. There's nothing out for it. I wish Figma or Figuarts did a Belmont, a Castlevania line, because we're nerds. We need physical representations of all the things we like. But Diamond Select is actually doing a full statue for Trevor Belmont. I only point this out. I don't have pictures of it. The last time I tried to do a screen share from this laptop, it crashed. So I'm not going to do that. So I need you to picture in your mind a really cool picture of Trevor Belmont with the whipping it all around his head. It looks awesome.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, go look it up for yourself and pre-order it if you like it. I'm just pointing it out because it's really cool.
Does the show feature the theme song from the first game?
It does not. No. In fact, it's original music, unfortunately.
The show is actually written by Warren Ellis, who's one of the best comic book writers out there, who writes some very brutal things. I remember watching the first episode of it, and it kind of caught me off guard of the whole science is evil, church is good thing, but that's very much Warren Ellis style. So the first one's good. It's very bloody. It's definitely not family friendly.
Sure.
As opposed to the last season of Voltron, which comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yep. But for Castlevania, it's a implementation or a redo of the Castlevania 3 story, which for those that don't know, Castlevania 3, and it has an indirect sequel. The name of the game is escaping me at the moment, but this show takes those stories and puts them in the show form, and it works really well. At least part of this show, and no spoilers, but at least part of this show, you will feel pretty bad for Dracula. They pull that off. You end up feeling bad for the dude.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
But that's all I'll say about the show. But there's a statue. If you like the show, if you don't like the show, then you could skip this part. Voltron, Voltron's tomorrow. I do plan on binging it this weekend and finishing out what is probably one of the better things to happen this decade. I love Voltron, Legendary Defender.
I want to do a B-side of it.
We want to do a B-side of a lot of things, but they don't happen. So we're gonna
no Voltron specifically, because I know T-Man's watched Voltron. I know you've watched Voltron. I know I've watched Voltron.
I've started to watch it, but first I think we should do a B-side on how we never actually accomplished starting a B-side.
Yeah, I think so. I'm all right with that.
What's the chat say? Chat people, do you want us to do a specific Voltron episode? I'm calling you out.
I think the people in chat are saying, what the hell is a B-side?
Yeah, the problem is we're all old and tired.
That is, and yes. By the time we have time to do a B-side, most of us are in bed. In fact, right now, every single one of us is fighting the urge to go to sleep. But we like to talk about this crap, and we want to talk about it in front of people, so you all benefit from it. And I say benefit with giant air quotes. Moving right along.
I'll just stop yawning.
You'll start again, don't worry. Figma. I have never played a game of Overwatch in my life. I love the look of it. I think I would love the game. I don't have fucking time for it, so I don't play it. But Figma is trying to suck me in with these Overwatch figures because these things look amazing. And they just, I bring it up because today they announced their newest in the line. And it's, again, I don't play Overwatch, so please don't.
I do.
Pitchfork. Okay, so what's the character that's released today?
He probably doesn't.
Describe her for me.
Is her name Farrah?
Oh, Farrah.
Farrah, yes.
Oh, she of the awesome mech suit and indirect fire. Yes.
Yes. They released promotional shots. She is next in line.
That is a good character. I played a good amount of Overwatch. I haven't played. That wasn't cool. I haven't played any ranked this season just because of how work has been. But the only thing that has stopped me from buying the Figma stuff is seeing that Hasbro Mercy.
That's true.
I was going to bring that up.
But damn,
because if Hasbro puts the proper love into that, yeah, they're going to make they're going to be printing money with that because Blizzard does alternate costumes, all kinds of fun stuff. So once they get a good buck going on and they can veneer it properly, it's going to be dangerous.
I need to try that game out.
It is a good game. I mean, I bought it when it came out initially, so it was kind of like haphazard. But like the last 3 years, they've done a very good job of adding characters, and it has not been a single piece of paid DLC. So they've added about a third to the roster since I bought the game. Added levels, added costumes. So I feel like I've gotten the payoff for it.
And none of that's paid. It's all free DLC once you get the game, the base game.
I mean, you bought the base game. Yeah, well, here's the thing. You bought the base game. You paid $60, and the first complaint was, gee, this felt like a $40 game. Back when it came out. But now, at least since they've been giving free DLC to it, you haven't been able to pay for the extra characters. You know, it's not like Capcom with Street Fighter V.
That has the DLC on the disc.
And they have advertisements right in the game, like
when you bought when Street Fighter V first came out, you didn't get the DLC right on the disc. I'm talking about when it first came out. Why are you tempting me with a freaking Mechagodzilla?
Well, T-Man's holding up his bot, so I'm holding up my bot.
Okay, I'll hold up mine. Wait, that's not a bot. That's Pimp Red Skull.
Oh, Dave didn't save my my haul for the day.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did. Well, there she is.
That's your first Revel tech, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I forgot to point out, guys, with this Mechagodzilla? It's the first Mechagodzilla that I've seen that is somewhat well endowed. Look at this.
Does it have windows?
I saw that on Jobby.
A cockpit?
It is a cockpit.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw Jobby talk about that.
Hey there, my name's Jobby, and we're talking today on The Figure Sculpt is Perfect. Sorry.
That wasn't bad, actually.
Penny the Sculptor.
But figures...
Did someone say Gundam?
Action figures. No, the Figmas are amazing. Like every single one of them is okay. Someone in the chat there saying Reaper looks awesome. Yes, Reaper looks awesome.
I've got Reaper on the order.
I can't go in on a line that I don't have any kind of knowledge of, or I want to though. I want to.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I know I can, but I
no one likes to quitter. You're quitting before you even begin.
Is that really a quitter then?
Yeah. Okay.
I won't argue. I'll quit arguing. Oh, that's awful.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Let's switch gears a little bit, and everybody here that has Smash Brothers want to talk about it.
The song is stuck in my head.
R.I.P. to headphone users. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't comment because I don't have it.
T and I got it, and he's actually wanted to play it during the course of the show, but I asked him not to because I need him talking. But he seems now to be threatening me with it. So
it's fun. It was fun unlocking all the characters.
Have you unlocked all the characters?
Yes. And my second online battle, I just was like, let me just use the online so I can say I use it, especially since I'm paying for the daggone service. And I actually won my my second battle.
It's so $20 a year. $20 a year. It's fine.
Like I was up against 4 people, and when it was me against the final person, they were good when it was like all 3 people. They were good, but when it was just me and that person, it seemed like they were hesitating and doubting themselves. So somehow I actually won, and I was shocked.
Did you capitalize on their hesitation?
Yeah.
So
and
oddly,
then after I won, it was time to turn it off.
Although oddly, both you and I have it. We're friends online, and we haven't played each other yet.
Yes. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with watching?
When I was watching you guys, talking about, hey, I've unlocked this guy. Hey, I've unlocked this guy. I was having a flashback to 1999, back to the Dreamcast days with Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
You had to unlock them?
You had to unlock you had to unlock about 2/3 of the cast.
Well, I don't know. It's been so long.
But take it for a ride. Good game, enjoying it. That's really all I got to say about it.
Well, the new music, unlike the other games where you can pick older stages and they have the same older music, but now they've like updated it. Like they didn't just use the old tracks for some of it. So I like the new versions of the songs.
And not only that, but there's 900 tracks in the game, and it's 28 hours of music, which is unfathomable. I mean, it's...
Yes.
I went on YouTube to find the soundtrack to see if anybody posted it, just to play like as a in the background when I'm at work, and you can't do it. It's just too much crap. So let me see. What else?
So that game has how many characters preloaded onto it?
70 what? 76? Is that right? Some 70 something.
And then can you still use amiibos on top of that?
Yeah, but the amiibos, so the way amiibos work is that if it's a non-character from the game, if it's not a Smash Brothers amiibo or not a character that's a fighter, it usually just unlocks spirits or unlocks some little part of the game. If you use an amiibo on it that's actually a fighting character in the game, if I remember correctly, you can assign that one gets assigned stats that you can then build upon, and that becomes your own individual little fighter. If T can elaborate on that, but I don't think he can because it looks like he's frozen. I'm T-Man 978, and I agree with everything Partsformer just said. So thanks, T. That's all I know about the amiibos in that game.
Okay. Because I know with other...
He left.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
The way amiibo work on there, besides unlocking things, fighter. So they'll start off as like level 1, and as you spar against them, they learn from your techniques. So and then they level up, and eventually they'll become so hard that you can't even beat them. But they'll play sort of like in your style, or if you let them fight against other computer players, they learn the computer players' technique. So if you put all the computer players to level 9, which is the highest, they'll be deadly killers. And then you swipe your amiibo again and save that data to the amiibo, And anytime you want to spar against the amiibo, you can do that.
And you'll learn. You'll learn from it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and if like let's say you and somebody else want to play the game, both of you guys bring your amiibo fighter. You and your amiibo could be on the team together against the other person in their amiibo. And,
so effectively, the amiibos become Pokemon.
Pretty much, sort of something like that. So if you have here we go. If you put Link into the game, Link will appear. You can pick whatever color you want that Link to be and save it. And every time you let it level up and whatnot and you save, all that data will store on there. So you can go over to somebody else's house, scan your Link into the game and let him fight against the other person that you're playing against. Or you could put each other's amiibo on there and let them fight against each other and see who wins.
And just
Link, I choose you.
So when you explain it all like that, it didn't seem interesting, but when you explain it all like that, that's a lot of stuff.
They become Pokemon.
The bad thing about Nintendo, when they made the amiibo, it's like they specifically made it for that, and then they didn't do anything else with them. Like we thought they came out in like some 2014 or whatever. We thought that they would have like a big Skylanders type game by now. They never did that.
Well, ironically, those Skylander type games have all tanked since then, but the amiibos still live.
Yeah.
And that's true. They haven't actually needed like a committed game just for them. They've been kind of hanging on here and there. Every game has had some kind of functionality for the amiibos, just enough to warrant buying a new one here and there.
Yeah, any Nintendo made game.
And let's face it, when you have another chance to get a little mini statue of Little Mac, that's...
Yeah. I have all those people behind me.
I was going to say, you're going to just reach around and pull your Little Mac out, aren't you?
Unsubscribe.
They were going to anyway.
And there goes our monetization.
Not that I'm not paying attention or anything, but what do you guys think of this custom? So my Kaba figure came with the Build-A-Figure Kale torso.
Yeah.
And since I don't have the other pieces, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna do a custom here. What do you think of this? Does that work?
I think you could.
It is that is definitely a transformer.
That's the way the fandom is going right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just need to find some arms and legs.
And that is going to be the thumbnail for the show. Thank you.
If I made a trans Optimus Prime, would that cause a internet outrage?
Someone already has, I'm sure. So I think it's more of a case of I've never done that.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Way to kill my thunder.
Did you see that cartoon?
Yeah, everybody's seen that cartoon. The Megatron one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes the rounds.
Here's my little Mac.
There he is. I never actually opened mine.
Mega Man.
I paid way too much for that Mega Man.
And this guy.
My Sakura leg popped off.
Pop it back on.
That's not cool.
Buy Nintendo games.
Her leg popped.
It's a ball joint.
It's not a ball joint.
Oh, that happened to me. It's if you try to twist it a certain type of way, it comes off, and you have to force it back on.
What were you trying to do to her undercarriage?
I don't think she has thigh swivel. So if you try to force,
she doesn't.
If you force her to have the thigh swivel, then it pops off, and you got to put the little pieces back together.
There's the one that I don't have yet that I desperately want to get. Yeah. Duck Hunt. Definitely need Duck Hunt. And oddly, I'm not one that in keeping figures mint in box, but most of my amiibo still are.
How come Duck Hunt has never had a remake?
Or Pokemon Snap, for that matter. Pokemon Snap needs a remake bad. Both of them do.
Well, Duck Hunt came out in 1988. Pokemon Snap came out in like 2000 something.
I know, but the Switch is literally like holding a friggin' handheld camera that you can move around for Pokemon Snap. It's perfect for it. Why, you know?
They sort of had that
go ahead.
That's
Pokemon Sun and Moon. They had a section where you could play like a Pokemon Snap type game.
Yeah.
And this is why I have never owned a Nintendo system.
I will say that if they do make a remake or a new version of another Duck Hunt, you need to be able to shoot the damn dog. You always you always unloaded on him, but he never reacted to it, and he needed.
Even if it just has his face like black real fast, and then it comes shakes it off.
Yeah.
God, now we're gonna have PETA after us.
They probably already are.
You shoot at him, but he dodges. That still laughs at you.
That'll work too. Let me see.
Well, what do you think? Did we make him wait long enough?
You want to do that? We have a couple of things to talk about movie-wise, like Spider-Verse and Aquaman, or we could just not and do the big reveal. I say go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
Big reveal?
You're at the helm.
You're gonna have to reveal. I can't get into the chat right now where I shared the winner's name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that reveal.
It's up here. All right, here you go. I got it.
Are you able to share it?
You want me to just say it, or do we want to try and?
Yeah.
All right, the winner.
We can say it.
What is it? The PS4 Spidey, right?
Chill Spider-Man.
Yeah, PS4 Spidey.
Chill Spider-Man.
The winner is, forgive me if I butcher your name, Victor Zorella.
Yay!
Yay, Victor!
Where are you, Victor? Come on down.
We have contact information in the description. Or we should have it in there.
Yeah.
It's already.
Reach out somehow. If we don't, we'll give you T-Man's direct phone number, his personal cell phone.
And his address and everything. So Victor has to reach out to us, right? What if he doesn't? What happens? Do we get
Well, damn, man, give him a chance.
I'm just saying what happens.
If he doesn't reach out in 5 days from today, we will redraw. And
I'll get it. I will.
Did you enter?
Am I allowed to enter? I just entered.
Disqualified.
So congratulations.
I might not have even watched the video. I don't know if I clicked on that one.
Even I clicked on that one.
And he entered with his other account. Do you have this Spider-Man, Dave?
Not yet. I mean, I got enough Spider-Man.
There's no such thing. Get out of here.
Is there some place where we can watch a review of that Spider-Man?
There sure is.
Shardamus Prime. Oh, wait.
I got mine before him. He was upset. But because he forgot, he didn't get the pre-order or something. So but look up Spider-Man PS4 chill review and you'll see my chill review. And it is massively chill.
As most of your reviews are.
Yes. But Victor, please. I hope Victor is watching this. I don't see Victor in the comments.
I think Victor was here earlier. I'm not sure. He's here in spirit.
Victor, I hardly... Never mind.
We got in the notes here about Enter the Spider-Verse and Aquaman. Does anybody have anything that they want to chit-chat about those? As of this filming, no one here has seen either of those movies, so it'll be speculation.
I have an important question about Aquaman. So Jason Momoa was asked, how do the Atlanteans go to the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of wondering, do they like swim around and then like leave the poop trail like a goldfish in the aquarium, and they're all just all swimming in their own filth? Or is that how that works?
It seemed like they went into a dome where there's oxygen. So maybe they go into the dome, use the toilet. Or they might have some fish assigned to eating the poop.
That's what I was thinking. It's
That
like
what I would think.
There you go. Like
it's like-
giant plecos.
It's like the Flintstones have those poor dinosaurs that are their toilet dinosaurs that they have to like shit in. You know, the thing just got to open its mouth. I think that they probably have fish that same.
These are
You got it bad.
I wonder if it's in the movie.
I think they should address it.
They should.
If they could address it in Beauty and the Beast, they could address it in this.
Do they use the 3 shells?
Well, just remember.
I wish someone would explain the 3 shells to me.
He doesn't know.
You don't know how to use the 3
shells.
shells? God, what a loser.
I don't know how to use the 3 shells.
But you just got to remember that, though. In Beauty and the Beast, everything was originally a person, and that includes the bathroom.
They had the toilet on there?
Indeed.
Or
They had it. Just saying.
So that was the hard question about Aquaman that we had.
Well, I will say it was kind of neat. I was watching one of the premieres for it, and Jason Momoa actually led a haka chant, which, if you're not familiar with that, is a Samoan war dance, which is absolutely one of the most badass things any culture has ever done. If you ever look up the Manchester Black rugby teams, they always do that before every game to intimidate the hell out of their opponents. And the fact that he did that as Aquaman was pretty cool. Apparently, it's doing really well in China already.
Yeah, because it opened up overseas for some reason.
This is becoming more and more common now that these movies will come out 2 or 3 weeks in advance in China, and American movies are being made to cater to the Chinese audience as well as us. But why do they have to why can't they release it at the same time? Why 2 to 3 weeks before the primary audience?
Because that way it makes its money back already. It sounds better to the investors that the movie made itself back in its opening weekend, whether in the US or anywhere else. Like the movie Annihilation didn't come out in the US, didn't come out in some theaters, it went directly to Netflix. With Aquaman doing this, and it already made back its money and then some, the US market's just gravy, so that means we might actually get an Aquaman sequel already.
Well, it's already over $100 million just in China, so I don't see how they got a hit on their hands, I would think.
Because also in the US, it's going to go up against Deadpool, the Deadpool re-release, go up against Bumblebee, go up against Into the Spider-Verse. They're like, and so they didn't want to see its technical opening weekend be number 5.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing the greatest things about that Deadpool anyway.
Oh.
But who would expect anything less? I mean,
that's a cash grab. That Deadpool is a 110% cash grab.
What's going on with Deadpool?
They're releasing doing a PG-13 cut that they're releasing for Christmas weekend
with Fred Savage. It's called Once Upon a Deadpool, and it's got the opening like the Princess Bride. I think.
Yeah. It's an homage to Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Is just random TV character, like old school TV characters in it?
No, it's the same movie. It's just cut down to PG-13. It's without cursing and
Is Mr. Feeney in it?
No.
He does have some wise words for the boys.
It's just a PG-13. They cut out the F-bombs, tone down some of the violence, and it's literally just a pure cash grab. Ryan Reynolds wanted to buy another boat.
I mean,
this sounds to me like something that he would actually be against.
but he's getting the money from it, so maybe not. I don't know. Either way, you go see it or don't. It's totally up to you.
I want to see Into the Spider-Verse, though.
Yes, that's doing very well by all accounts, and I'll have to find time during Christmas break to go see that.
And I want to see Bumblebee.
Looking good too.
T-Man just went to go see Bumblebee.
We postulated before that we think he's leaving to go stand in line. So that could be. So does anybody, while we're waiting for T-Man, there he is. Does anybody else have anything, or do we want to start the old wrap-up process here?
I don't have any.
I got something. PG Deadpool might be a test to see if he will work in the Marvel universe.
That's true. That could be.
Oh.
Damn, you are wise.
I was yelling that at my screen, but nobody could hear me. I was.
Now we hear you loud and clear.
Give this man some figure action points.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to give his ISP some figure action points for this connection right here. Just maintain this for a few more minutes and we'll be good.
I'm interested in seeing it just to see what they changed. If they could find a PG version of Juggernaut's theme song, that would be awesome. Holy shitballs! Holy shitballs!
Were there any other new trailers out this week?
Before you joined us, we talked about some trailers.
Yeah, we talked about Brightburn. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw that one. That's I can't believe that movie's being made. That movie got made.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like all the right reasons I can't believe that movie got made. And that's James Gunn. So I don't need no Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to make my money elsewhere. I mean, that's like an Elseworlds that DC should have written. I'm very excited for that.
Is that studio related to Warner Brothers in any way?
No, I think it's Sony doing that.
Oh, yeah, it is Sony. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is Sony.
So
that makes it even more crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Here, do you guys want to feel? I'm gonna ask a question for you guys to feel old about. I mean, do you guys remember when a movie would come out in theaters, and then when it would finally come out on movie, whether it be back in VHS or even DVD, it would be like 9 months to like a year later?
Yeah, or 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how we are.
4 months later.
Now it's 4 months. Yeah.
Venom came out in October, and it's out on digital this week.
Oh, is it already out on digital?
Yeah, it's already out on digital.
Shit, 2 months.
And I really liked Venom a lot.
So,
but I mean, I think that that also goes back to why are movies releasing in China first? Because there's like no theater attention span anymore. So they wanted to get that cinema money. Not Venom, but why Aquaman came out in China first.
They want the debut money.
Exactly.
Now, what's it called? What's it called? Black Panther stayed in the movies forever, and it was still selling out for like a couple months. It seemed like.
And then it came out on DVD. I remember it actually was like out. It was in theater 1 week, and it was in Redbox 2 weeks later.
And then you got them all spend time in the cheap theaters that everybody's got in the corner of their town.
Yeah. I remember when they were only $2.
Joe, I think that cheap theater in Elkton showed Jurassic Park for about 8 years after it came out.
I will tell you right.
Movie 4.
Right
Elkton
now,
Movie 4.
This year, I wish I owned one of those cheap theaters. You could be running in a Marvel movie from the last 10 years, and every one in anticipation for the new one, and people would do it. $2 Friday night, watch Captain America. $2 next week, watch Doctor Strange. $2 next week, watch Iron Man.
That'll be good.
$1.50. Watch Incredible Hulk just because.
Well,
popcorn is $6.
one of the chains is doing that marathon, or already did the marathon. I don't remember.
They did it before Infinity War, yeah.
But not to but actually do like the movie, because they say if you watch a movie every week now or every month, it'll lead up right to the sync up to the movie. If you had the cheap theater, if you're not doing it, you need to start doing that next week, and you will sell out with every college crowd.
There is some advice to all you cheap movie theater owners that are listening right now. I know there's at least one.
Yep.
But I
show
think
more
porn. In between, right? I mean, you gotta have that.
I've never experienced that in my life.
Porn?
Going to movie theaters to see porn.
Yeah, I can't imagine. So just point a note that when the way you guys were positioned down here on my screen, Joe's leaning one way, T's leaning the other. It looks like T is resting his head on Joe's shoulder. It was a touching moment. That's just the order that I've got it on my screen. The other shoulder, Joe. Other shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Well,
there you go.
We're facing the same way on my screen.
That's creepy.
How am I doing? How am I looking?
Both of us are leaning this way.
Well, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just took a picture of that, so here we go.
There's the screen cap.
I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. I think that's it for the evening. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us. We enjoy bringing this show to you. Yeah. We enjoy bullshitting with each other. We're just here to have fun and not to take ourselves too seriously, and we're glad you guys come along for the ride. Congratulations to the winner, whose name I already forgot. I'm sorry. We can say it again.
Victor.
Thank you, Victor.
And he hasn't replied or said anything yet. So
5 days to
reply. You answered.
5 days.
Wait. Hold on. Because it's me. So you're trying to say to the victor went the spoils?
We almost made it.
We almost.
Maybe we can splice that in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah. No, I like my rant about Frosty. We'll keep that. But that's it for this evening. We'll be back next Thursday. We will be off the week of Christmas, as far as we know, but we will definitely be here next week. Hopefully by then we'll have our top 10 list, because you can't have the end of the year without YouTubers talking about their top 10 whatevers. So that's going to be us. 10, should we? You can do whatever you want.
I'm just saying, there's 6 of us. That's 60 figures.
Okay. Anybody else want to bitch about it? No, we'll figure it out.
I hate top 10 lists, but let's talk about it after we shut up.
We'll talk about it later.
Give me 10 reasons why they're not good.
Okay, how about top 2?
We should do a B-side on this.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Let's go down the line. Thank our panelists. Dave, talk at them.
You guys can catch me on Instagram at True Star Screamer. When I actually, have the energy, I do a picture dump of the toys I get the last couple weeks, even though I'm still behind. You can catch me on the PlayStation Network with True Star Screamer as well, TRU, and of course on the Facebooks at David Lutwack, and every week with these fine gentlemen here at the Figure Action Podcast.
Thank you, Dave. How about Mr. Joe?
If someone wanted to find me, they could find me on Facebook. My name is Joe Crab, and they could find me on Xbox. My tag is Crab with 2 B's, 2131. We could play Horseback Simulator 2018. Perhaps with
that
Mr.
does not sound right.
That's what it is.
Have you not played?
Accurate.
It is accurate. It's good fun. And of course, you will find me on Figure Action.
And what about your Instagram? I know you put some pictures on that too.
I haven't put any pictures on Instagram in a while, but my Instagram is Joe Figure. And Also, on the Figure Action Instagram page, you will see some of my pictures when I get around to it.
Thank you, sir.
I've been
T-Man. Talk at him.
Well, you can find me on YouTube and everywhere. And you can find me here when my internet likes to work with me. So,
Oh, we're
Doing great
wrapping
so
up.
far.
name.
Perfect. It's been fine now. We're leaving.
Yeah. Google my name if you want to see me.
And what are those numbers? T-Man 1947? What is it?
Yeah. T-Man 1947. T-Man
T-Man
978.
And my name is Partsformer on the online communities and the Xbox Lives and the Instagrams. And you can find me here or there if you want to. But that'll do it for this evening. Thank everybody for coming. Thank my panels for saying all the things that makes us laugh. And thank you, T, for constantly having that friggin' barricade in the camera for like half the night. But
Metroplex must not be on hand.
yeah, he doesn't want to mess with that. He ain't messing with that. Anyway, guys, thank you once again for this evening. We'll catch you next week. See you.
Bye.
Bye.